And in today's episode of Deal or No Deal, it's the same thing over and over again. What's going on, guys? It's Johnny with the Investing for Beginners community. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your day. Today is Monday, March 30th, and it's about 12 o'clock my time in New Mexico. And I want to update you guys real quick on what we know so far on what's moving the market further down. Hope you guys really learned something this week. And all you have to do is drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because I'd love to keep you guys up to date. Now, NASDAQ market is in the red slightly, 0.47%. And as you can see, overnight hours, it sold off and then it pumped up and it sold off again. But Trump's tweets have helped to increase this value. And like clockwork, Sunday night, Monday morning, Trump will usually send out a tweet to move the markets. And now this actually pushed up very nicely from 557 Sunday night to 569, which was a 2% move up. And it's crazy that this can happen over and over again. So I want to update you guys on what Trump actually said. You can see this in the Discord. And basically, Trump said, or the United States of America is in serious discussion with a new and more reasonable regime to end our military operations in Iran. Now, this was sent directly by Trump himself. This was in the morning before the markets opened during pre-market. And shortly after, we get an update that Iran announced it will strike the residents of the U.S. and Israel officials in the Middle East, which is now considered legitimate targets. So deal or no deal? Who do we believe? I believe the markets are obviously still reacting to Trump's updates, no question about it. But markets, of course, want to have de-escalation. They want to push higher. But how many times are we going to let this manipulation happen with these fake outs that we keep seeing in the market? And it sounds crazy, but obviously I'm with the US side. I live in the US. I love the US. But the question is becoming, that this is less believable. Is there de-escalation? Not really. Doesn't seem like it. It always happens around Sunday night, Monday morning that there's going to be de-escalation. But now Iran is saying that there is escalation. And the US says, or Iran says, they're going to target US and Israeli officials. So tensions are only rising. And again, markets are not looking good, right? We're still in the red. We're still selling off. So what's happening this week? U.S. economic data this week. JOLTS job openings on Tuesday. Consumer confidence also on Tuesday. ADP non-payroll for non-farm payrolls on Wednesday. Retail sales on Wednesday. ISM manufacturing PMI on Wednesday. And then we have jobless claims on Thursday. On Friday, we have non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. And then on Friday, it's Good Friday, so the U.S. stock market will be closed. So I want you guys to be aware of that. Also, Jerome Powell went live at Harvard, and not only did he answer the host questions, but he also answered some questions based on a series of questions that were asked by the audience. And Jerome Powell is basically saying that tariffs could add 0.5% to 1% to inflation. We are now going through an energy crisis, and Powell is still focused on tariff inflation. So remember, this is with tariffs, is what it's expected to add, not oil. And if tensions continue to escalate in the Middle East, oil prices will only continue to go up. And it will be, again, my opinion, but oil will continue to be a single-handedly biggest contributor to are increasing in inflation rate, at least in the short term, and at least in the upcoming months. because the more that we pay at the pump month after month, the more and more inflation will go up due to our overall CPI reports that are released every month. Now, if there is truth to any of these updates that Trump is saying, then what are you going to be buying the dip on? Magnificent 7 meltdown, Microsoft down 34%, Meta down 31%, Tesla down 25%, Google down 20%, Amazon 20%, Nvidia down 19%, and Apple down 12%. So I'm all for talking about the short term, but we also have to shed light on the bigger picture, long term investments. And right now, investments are looking pretty good at these big discounts. Now, not all of you day trade. Some of you are more focused on long-term investing. And, what are you doing? Are you doing more for your benefit focused on those long-term plays? Do you have a plan in place? Do you know what stocks you're going to plan on buying the dip on? When? How much? The markets begin to recover. If they begin to recover, what are you doing to take advantage of this possible opportunity? Or do you see more downside with the markets? These are all general questions that you should be asking yourself. I can't predict the market. You can't predict the market. We're all here doing the exact same thing. I can have an opinion. You can have an opinion. But we're all here playing the same game. But one thing that we do know is markets always do end up recovering. The simple question is, can you handle the time that it takes for the markets to recover? Don't be super aggressive right now when buying the dip, knowing that things could get worse and the markets could sell off more before it actually gets better. And these are concepts that we talk about within our every day, that we talk about during our LTE team in our Discord. And of course, I would love to see you guys join our live day trading sessions. If the markets are going down, our team is focused on shorting. If it goes up, then we're all focused on it, buying the dip and pushing forward. But if we look now at the larger time frame, markets look like it's in a downtrend, right? We want to see the markets begin to find support. Maybe we're going to see them find some support around 557, 558, 559. We'll see. But if there's more fear, more escalations in the Middle East, all it takes is more attacks, injects more uncertainty, injects more fear. When there's more fear, the markets tend to sell off even more. But if we get a tweet from Trump, or even proof that there's an actual de-escalation in the market, then the market has every reason to recover and less likely to drop. So what I'm going to do is keep you guys up to date, and I want to keep you guys aware of what's making the markets move today. And again, if you ever want to tune in to one of our live day trading sessions, it's the first link in the description below. Every day at market open, you get to watch me trade live with the markets. I also answer your questions in real time. And it's just something that you would like to experience in real time, or experience as soon as tomorrow. Click that first link in the description below and you can join our Discord. Thank you for your time. And remember, it's in the year on a green note. Take care, team.